I'm going to talk to you guys about some network concepts that we've developed. So 70-30, that's kind of hard to imagine what that might mean for a transit network, what that might mean for a specific individual making a specific trip. So we've developed 3 network concepts, one at a 70-30 breakdown, which is our current breakdown, one at an 80-20, and one at a 90-10. And they're on the other side of your handout there, but I'll talk about them and walk you through them here. As a disclaimer, I want to point out that everything you see, whether it's 70, 80, or 90, is going to have some things in common. For one, they all connect the Berger station and Bart Milpitas station. So you'll see major differences on the map than what you see in real life today. The express buses that go up to Fremont are reallocated as connecting services in Santa Clara County. One of the big things that these do is they switch from a radial diagram where downtown San Jose is the main hub to more of a grid, so that all these other little downtowns and activity areas around the county start getting good connective service. So instead of having only one way to get a place, through this grid you've got multiple ways, up and over and up, lots of ways to make your trip. We've expanded weekend service. One of the things we know about transit riders is that they typically don't have those 9-to-5 jobs. They are service sector. They're working weekends when it's all hands on deck. And if we're not there for you on the weekend, you're probably going to get a car, and then that's going to be your solution on the weekday. So we lose weekday ridership because we aren't there for you on the weekends. So all of these concepts expand weekend service, continuing a frequent network on Saturdays and Sundays. And finally, all of these cost the same to operate. They use the same number of service hours and buses, just deployed in different ways. We did not touch VTA's Express network, that is the peak commuter-oriented long-distance network. We're not touching Caltrain and Ace shuttles, nor are we touching VTA's Flex service. Those aren't on your map, but they exist. Also, I need you all to learn 4 colors. The yellow line, orange line, is our rapid service. That is a route that runs 15 minutes or better and has wide stop spacing. That's like the 522 route on El Camino. Red is every 15 minutes but with local stop spacing. That's like line 23 on Stevens Creek. Blue is every 30 minutes and green is every 60 minutes. So simply, warm colors are frequent routes and cold colors are less frequent routes. So here is our Network 70. This puts a route on just about every street where there is a route today. What you'll notice is that the warm colors are largely in downtown, East San Jose, Stevens Creek, and the El Camino corridor. That's where your frequent services are. And as you get around the edges of the area, you have lower frequency services. I'm going to move it to Network 80 and watch how the lines change. There's more red now because we're concentrating more on frequency, more on ridership, but there's less blue and less green. So 70, 80, 70, 80. Now we'll go to 90, this will be a big change. All of the green routes are gone. There is no 60-minute community service. A lot of the blue has been cut back, but now you have frequent routes going all throughout the county, or to much more of the county than there were before. I'll note that the area where we are now starts getting treated like a major activity center. Lots of routes converge on the City College, Valley Fair, and Santana Row area. I'll go through these again. 70, 80, 90. And note that in 90, we start having these big swaths of places where there just is no transit service. That is the ridership coverage trade-off in action. If you want ridership, you're going to cut service to areas. So let me help you visualize what this might mean for a trip. So this is an isochrone map. What we've done is we've dropped a little figure there. Her name's Jane at Mission College, and each of those colored bands represents how far she can travel, either by walking or by taking transit. And this factors in the wait time for the bus to arrive and also making transfers. In our current network, you can see that the area that she can get in an hour isn't that much of the county. She can kind of head south pretty quickly, but east-west, not so well. When you move to Network 70, her area's grown a little bit. Network 80, it grows even more. Network 90, even more. So I'll go through these. Current, 70, 80, 90. Now, this is visually a map of her liberty and opportunity in life. If she's a student at Mission College, these are places where she can reasonably live and work. This affects people she meets in life. As our high-priced consultant says, this also affects who she can potentially fall in love with. Transit romance.